this works out. Mom, I love you, but I can't do it. Bye. The final written words of a 10-year-old girl in Baraboo, Wisconsin. On Monday night, I was sitting watching a YouTube video when my phone went completely insane from an Amber Alert. And the Amber Alert described the child. There's no suspect description. There's no vehicle description. It said that she had last been seen at 4 p.m. on a video chat with her mother. And when her mom got home at 4:30 or 4:40 p.m., her daughter was gone. The cops came out. They searched the house, and they found a couple of things. One, there were some pills missing, and two, there was a note. And that note said, "I love you, Mom, but I can't do it. Bye." And so the Amber Alert was put out at just after 11 p.m. when they searched for her, couldn't find her anywhere. And so they put out an alert, and in that alert it said that they suspected she had taken an unknown number of pills. They didn't specify what kind or how many. Well, that's what unknown number means, isn't it? But anyways, and so I got this overwhelming feeling that I need to pray. And so I prayed and I prayed. Everything just got put aside, and I spent like 15 minutes or so just praying. I was crying, shedding real tears of just deep prayer, man. And I continued to pray the next morning, and I prayed that they would find her safe. I prayed that she would get the help she needed. I prayed that angels would comfort her in her time of despair. I prayed all these things. But as time continued to move on, I started getting the sense that this wasn't going to end well for someone. And so then I added to the prayer, God, if they don't find her alive, at least let them find her. Let them find her quickly, so that no one's wondering where she is. And obviously, my desire, just like everyone else's, is that they find her safe and alive and well. But we gotta be realistic too. And so I just said, let them find her well if possible, safe if possible, alive if possible, but let them find her regardless. And so 11 a.m., they found her body in a cornfield. The autopsy reports have not come out yet, but it's pretty safe to assume that she intended to die and that she took pills. The police specified on Tuesday that they were prescription pills, but they still didn't say what kind or how many were missing. And so she was found in a cornfield less than a mile from her house. Less than a mile, guys. It's insanely tragic. There was a lot of people that showed up to help look for her. Hundreds, in fact, they said. Hundreds of people came out, and they were combing the area. They had teams going out in different groups in different areas. Ultimately, she was found in this cornfield less than a mile from her house, and it's kind of rural. It's like right on the outskirts of town. And Baraboo is about an hour and 20 minutes or so away from where I live. And that night, Monday night, when that happened, I actually thought about going up there myself. I just got overwhelmed when I read the Amber Alert talking about possibly suicidal, possibly taking an unknown number of pills. That's a very, very personal matter to me because I've been there myself. I don't remember how old I was the first time I thought about suicide, but it's something I've been dealing with and thinking about for many, many years. Nowadays I have a good grip on it. still get the feelings, the temptations, the thoughts. In fact, I have thoughts of it almost every day, probably. If not every day, pretty close to it. But I have the actual temptation at least once a week. But it's fine because I've accepted that that's just part of my chemistry. I've accepted that I just have to deal with that. I don't act on them, obviously. I do not act on the thoughts and I do not act on the temptations, but they are there, and I have to be real with myself and with everyone else that they are there. And but it's fine. If I ever find myself in a position where I'm really considering doing it, because after the thought comes the temptation, and after the temptation comes the intention. After the intention comes the plan, and after that there's no turning back. I get to the temptation all the time. I never make it to the intention. I never make it to the intention. I have, but even when I got to the intention, I didn't get to the plan. But it's been a while since I've been to the intention. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I have a grip on it, and I have a really good network of support. My brother is the first and foremost in that line, but there are at least 3 people on YouTube here who I can turn to if I just need to talk. I mean, sure, there's more than that, but there's 3 who have specifically told me, who specifically know about the bipolar, specifically know about the suicidal thoughts and all that stuff, and you know, they've dealt with it themselves, and I'm not exposing anyone, so please don't ask, but you know who you are, and I appreciate you very much, and I will always reach out if I need to before letting it get to the intention stage. I allow it to get, well, I shouldn't say I allow it. I can't, sometimes I can't help it. Like, the emotions are there. It gets to the temptation stage, and that's the point where I can help it. I cannot help it when the thoughts are there. I cannot help it when the temptation is there, but I can keep it from becoming intentional. I can stop that part, and that's where I always end it. I never let it go there. So anyway, this 10-year-old girl lives with her mother, or lived with her mother in Baraboo for the last 6 months or so. They moved from out of state during the pandemic. Because of the pandemic, she never actually got to go to school except online, and as such, didn't really have a chance to make friends. So I guess she probably had people that she talked to, other kids she talked to, I'm sure, a little bit. But, everyone was been quarantined for a while, and there was no going to see her friends at their houses, and so, unfortunately, she just didn't have the kind of friendships that she should have at her age. And being a single mother, I don't know the story of her father. That was never mentioned, but it was pretty clear that it's just her and her mom living by themselves in Baraboo, and they didn't really know a lot of people. Although, despite that, there were hundreds of people that came to search for her, hundreds of people that shed tears for her, and geez Louise, I'm almost doing it again myself. Controlling that for this video, but the tears are there, I promise. So anyway, nobody knows why she did what she did. The note was so matter of fact. It was so straight to the point. There was no details. There was no no explanation of why or anything. At 4 o'clock, she had that conversation with her mom on FaceTime or whatever, video chat, and in that conversation, she said that she was all excited about their upcoming camping trip, which was actually supposed to be yesterday, the day she was found, in fact. She was found at 11 a.m. She had been missing for roughly 19 hours. Camping trip. I don't think think the camping trip is what the note was referring to. Like, no one's going to kill themselves just to not go camping. That seems a little bit much. The police did say that she had been bullied, or might have experienced some bullying, but they didn't clarify that much. They didn't expand on that, so I don't know what that means. In person, online, or what. And her mom had a very tight grip of all of her social media, and so she said there's nothing in any of them that would indicate that she had suffered bullying, that she had suffered, there was no posts about, I feel bad or sad or anything. There was nothing to indicate anything was wrong at all, which makes it so much even more shocking. And honestly, just the fact that she's only 10 years old is a huge shock factor in itself. So it breaks my heart so much that this 10-year-old, barely double-digit age child decided that it would be easier to take her own life than to live it and maybe deal with whatever was inside her head. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm hoping that more details come out later. I'm hoping that they share something. Maybe something like I said, her dad was never even mentioned, so I don't know if he's part of this. I have no idea. But anyway, the point of this video is to raise awareness, because suicide is a thing and it's picking up speed. There have been so many more suicides in the last 6 months to a year than there have been probably in the last 5 that I've heard of. They don't all make the news, that's for sure, but more of them have recently. And I think a lot of it is from the pandemic, the isolation, the quarantine, people just being scared of the virus. I guess it breaks my heart so much that so many people find it easier, because honestly, I could say the same thing. It would be easier to just die and not have to deal with life. And I've been in that thought. Like, I've been there. So I get it. But I've also matured over time, and I have a better grip on it, and I know that there is help. I know that there is hope. I know that life ain't over till it's over. And I refuse to be the one who determines when I die. I'm going to go when it's my time to go, and I'm not going to be the one to put a clock on that. So if I die tomorrow, it's not because I chose to die. It's not going to be because I chose to end it. It's going to be because it was my time. Something occurred, and if I die in 12 years or if I die in 50 years, whatever it is, I'm not going to be the one to do it, period. And I've made that choice, and that's why even when I'm in my deepest, darkest state of mind, I still continue to thrive, and I still continue to move on. I might get depressed, and I might get what looks like lazy, where I just can't do much of anything, because the depression can be physically very, very difficult. I'm going to park here. I'm not ready to go home quite yet. I'm going to park right here for a minute, get a nice pretty little view for you guys. All right. So anyways, I'm not ready for death. And the thing is, like, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, depression. So when I get that depressed to the point where I just want to end it, I might stay in bed more, and I might really struggle hard to do things, because depression can be very, very physically, like, there's a physical force that holds me down. Anyone who's ever experienced real depression knows what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about those people who are like, oh my gosh, I watched a bird get hit by a bus and now I'm depressed. Like, I'm not, that sounds kind of bad. you know what I mean? Like people who use the word wrong, the people who are not actually depressed, you might get sad, but there is a huge difference between sadness and depression. And depression is debilitating. Depression is physically restrictive. I mean, it literally is like a force field holding me down on my bed at times. And I'm just like, it takes every ounce of strength I have and then some just to get out of bed. So, anyway, I'm going to put a link to one of the articles about this girl, and I'm also going to put in the phone number for the crisis line. If any of you ever feel the need to kill yourselves, please reach out to a family member, a friend, a loved one of some kind, someone you trust. And if you have no other option, reach out to me. It would not, like, even when I'm mentally unstable, I'm still a good source because I can shut off my own stuff in order to help someone else. And I have done that. I've been suicidal and depressed, and they didn't know it, and that's fine. I just shut it off so that I could be there for them. And I kept a positive attitude and a smile and all that stuff, you know. I have no problems doing that. I don't know why I'm capable of it, but I can shut it off when someone else is in need. If someone else is not in need, it's harder to shut off. But when someone is in need, it's like my brain goes into like, here's your life's purpose mode, and nothing else matters, because my only goal in life is to make people smile, laugh, and happy. That's it. That's my goal in life. But I strongly believe my purpose in life is to help people, and whether that is emotional or mental assistance, or whether that's, you know, buying bread for someone who just ran out of bread, or, you know, helping change a tire, whatever it is that someone needs help with, that's my purpose in life, is to help people, period. I firmly believe that. And for that, and I'm pretty sure that that's why I'm able to shut myself off when I need to and be there for someone else. Because it is my purpose in life. So naturally, in order to fulfill a purpose, I need to have the means. And to have the means to do that, that means I need to be able to shut my own self off. And so I do. And I have on several occasions for different people, and I'm happy to do it. I am honored to do it. So reach out to me if you don't think you have anyone else to. Because I promise you, whatever you're experiencing, you are not the only one. You are not alone, and I promise you're not the only one that has experienced it, and you're not the last person to experience whatever it is. So anyway, please reach out if you need help. To those who maybe are not helpable, there are times where you don't reach out, or at least I'll say for myself, there's been times where I didn't reach out because I didn't want the help. I really wanted to off myself. I didn't want the attention. I didn't want any assistance. Those were the times where I got found by somebody. I didn't reach out. Someone just found me. And I'm still alive to tell the tale. So, you know, if you don't reach out, there's nothing anyone can do to help you. And if that's where you are, I really hope and pray that you see this video and change your mind, or something changes your mind. I don't even care if it's me, just someone or something changes your mind. So, pets are really good for this stuff, you know? Pets are amazing for this stuff. But anyway, that being said, you all have a fantastic day. Please reach out if you need help. Suicide is a very serious issue. It is also very preventable. So, anyways, take care of yourselves in order to be able to take care of your pets so that they can take care of you. Thank you so much for sitting through this whole thing and listening. I appreciate it. I just hope that even one person hears this and gets something from it. You all have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.